Welcome to Late Night. Apply directly to the forehead.
Welcome to Late Night. Apply directly to the forehead.
Welcome to Late Night. Apply directly to the forehead.
Welcome to Late Night. Apply directly to the forehead.
Welcome to Late Night. Apply directly to the forehead.
Welcome to Late Night. Apply directly to the forehead.
Welcome to Late Night. Apply directly to the forehead.
Welcome to Late Night. Apply directly to the forehead.
Welcome to Late Night. Apply directly to the forehead.
Welcome to Late Night. Apply directly to the forehead.
Welcome to Late Night. Apply directly to the forehead.
Welcome to Late Night. Apply directly to the forehead.
Welcome to Late Night. Apply directly to the forehead. Welcome to Late Night. Apply directly.
No! We're done with that, MarioMaster.
Oh, but it was so fun.
I know, we did it mainly to screw with Mitchell. Hi, Mitchell!
We know you're watching.
Or maybe not.
In which case, why aren't you watching? We had such a good gag for you.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that cold open. It was basically us going, we don't have much time to make a cold open, so apply directly to the forehead.
Yay! Anyway, this week we're doing movies, are we?
Yes, we are. Fun times. We've got a number of subtopics topically ready for you.
We do.
Yes. Alright, basically, as you all know, movies are basically like video games without the controls.
Which makes them only half as fun.
Yeah. By the way, that was a quote directly from Hypersonic's thing. I think someone's. I don't. It's like some. No, yeah, it used to be. Yeah, it used to be.
Anyway, ratings. Yes.
So, MarioMaster, you know how the rating system works, right?
Indeed.
G.
There is G, PG.
PG, PG-13, R, NC-17, and porn.
I'm willing to bet that they stole R from our coworker over there.
I know, they were all like, this guy has R. I think that is a great letter.
Yes.
Let's take it.
And that's why he gets the mature movies. So.
Anyway. The point of why we're bringing up the rating system is the rating system back a while ago used to be a lot more strict. Like a movie back then that could be rated NC-17 or even R, nowadays could be rated anywhere from G to PG-13.
I was also told in film studies class that a while ago there used to be X ratings.
Yeah. XXX and XXX, which was when porn was actually legally allowed to be fully shown in theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting actually because that's why porn sites, if you literally, and I'm not suggesting this, we are in no way.
Late Night does not advocate pornography.
Yeah. If you actually Google search the word porn. In Google, generally a lot of them would have the like XXX in them a lot, basically as an attractant to basically say, hey guys, come check this out because it's highest rated porn, no censors, no nothing kind of thing. That generally means no censors, no nothing, and crappily done. I'm serious.
That third one is more of a deterrent, so they just don't they hide it because yeah.
Well, no, they show it off.
Oh yes.
Yes. Or maybe, I'm just kind of making that up. But anyways, it's amazing when you take a look at what movies used to be like the old movies that were maybe rated NC-17 or R, which only had mild cursing and everything. Now you see mild cursing in PG movies. I was actually walking by when my brother was watching iCarly the other day on Nickelodeon, and they were cursing in the damn show. And I was like, what the hell?
Like hardcore cursing or just like damn?
That.
Okay.
And crap. And ass. I heard it. I swear I heard it.
Over here, damn, crap, and ass aren't that big of a swear word deal.
But no, back then they used to be. Back then they used to be big deals. They used to be like, do not utter these words or have your tongue cut out.
These are some of the other words that you can't say on TV.
Yes, as we say them on the internet.
Yes.
Yeah, I could say one that I would actually have to censor if I said it. Let's say it right now! No,
okay.
I'm not going to. I'm not. I lost my censor sound a little while ago, so I'm not in the mood to have to make it again. Because I did really well making one time, but yeah. Anyways, kind of falling off topic here, but, like, one good example of a movie... I can't think of a good example of an old movie that had a high rating, actually. MarioMaster, you're better with some of the classics, aren't you?
I'm better with some of the classics. So, what was Some Like It Hot rated? We'll talk about that later.
All right, I'll look that up while you continue on the rating rant. Go for it. Take over if you don't. Do you have anything or?
Well, for ratings, there used to be the porn ratings, and we talked about that in great length. Basically, yeah, there was like hardcore porn and softcore porn in theaters, and it was. I assume that's why our generation is going down. Yes, that's what I say. That's what I say. Because we're forced to look at it on the internet. Yes. I'm crazy. But, ratings then. Yeah, it seems that even though they got rid of the X ratings, I'm going to call them X ratings, I'm not going to say it all the way, it's gotten less strict, even though, well, getting rid of the ratings would be a definition of less strict. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, completely.
Yeah. And then they loosened up some things to get into other ratings, and we'll talk about the loopholes later. That's another segue. Hooray!
Yeah. So I'm actually going to call a helpline for the Some Like It Hot, because I'm actually having trouble here. And
right now?
Yeah. I'm dead serious. We're calling a helpline. It might be a little bit late, but I'm going to give it a shot. Talk about another segment while I call this helpline, because this person would know, so.
All right. Let's talk about the loopholes now, then. All right, just like in many video games, there's lines that you can blur to still get a certain rating, but have it be more risky, I guess, is a word for that, than the rating you're getting should be. For example, damn it, what movie did I... Well, I had a movie out the top of my head, and then it went away. So we'll talk about video games for a while to give an example. Let's talk about Shadow the Hedgehog. It's E10 now, and it's one of the first games that was E10, right?
I think so. But
yeah.
let's not go off on that tangent. Sorry
to
stop you in the midst of it. Sorry to anyone who's guesses point. I couldn't call a helpline, but my guess is it's currently rated PG, so my guess was it was rated R in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my best guess. If anyone knows the answer, I would really like to know this, because I do not know if Some Like It Hot was rated more than PG back then, because that was a good 40 some odd years ago. 60,
and it's
62.
Pretty.
3 years ago, 63.
I'm gonna wait till I can say this.
You can talk.
It's pretty. It's like it's got a weird subject matter for a PG movie. What with the cross-dressing and all that. You don't really see that in PG things nowadays.
No. Well.
Yeah.
It depends what movie you're watching. There's that one where the two black guys dressed up as two white chicks. I think the movie was actually called Two White Chicks.
Yeah. Still, you don't see it often in PG things, and that's what I'm getting at.
Often enough, though. I don't think more people want to see it. I mean, nowadays, gay, homosexuality, lesbianism, bisexuality, and things like that are okay now. They have shows where the main characters are that. But back then, if you even uttered the word homosexual on, a movie or something, it'd be rated, NC-17 XXX infinitum. That probably didn't affect the rating, but it basically did not allow the movie to really exist much.
So basically, what you're saying is, if you uttered the word homosexual in a movie, it would gain the porn ratings for some reason. Okay. Well, how about them 60s or whenever the hell that was? It was quite a while ago, I assume. Cool. You got nothing to say about that? Wonderful. So, getting back to my loophole thing, because I'm scared he might have died just now. Getting back to my loophole thing, there is certain forms of swearing or themes.
All right, so she doesn't know. Sorry about that. So we're on loopholes now?
Yeah. There are certain themes that you can get away with, a bit of clothing taking off.
Yeah. You can show side boob.
To still be in a PG rating instead of an R rating.
Mm-hmm. Side boob, lots of side boob.
Yeah. So that's the loophole. It's just little things that companies do to still get the rating they want to it. Yeah, I guess it's to appeal to a larger demographic to get more money because, like, you're not going to get much from an R movie as you would.
Yeah, exactly. If in 3 years they can actually get like an action-packed, humorous and thing like that movie into a G rating, that's going to sell like hotcakes, and that's what they want. They want to be able to sell as much as they can because no movie company out there wants to make a little money.
Or, like, break even on their budget.
Yeah, they don't want to break even. They want to make big bucks. If they break even, they'll never work with the people again.
Even breaking even costs quite a bit of money.
Yeah. Because they're like, movies have like $1 million budgets sometimes. Like some Like It Hot had, I think, 2.5 million or 25 million. I don't.
And that was a lot back in like whenever that was.
Oh yeah, it had to be 2.5 because I don't think 25 million even Bill Gates had that back then. I don't even know if Bill Gates was around back then. I'm spouting bullshit I don't even know the truth about.
Well, like, still, movies with hundreds of thousands of dollars as a budget were famous back in the day, and now it's like, with all the explosions and all the shit we have now, it has to be fucking huge. It's production budgets.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, but nowadays, like, a kid could spend maybe $300, get a nice camera, and get the effects they need, and have, like, a Hollywood-esque movie. Like, they'd have it so good that it looked like something from Hollywood. Or maybe a makeup artist for $1,000 or something. Nowadays, you could make a movie off of scratch. I tried to make a movie. I just lost all my actors because of the fact that they all just kind of gave up, which kind of sucked. No, because all of them liked the script, but then they all gave up on it. It's confusing, and I'll get into it. If anyone wants me to, they can leave it in the comments, and I'll maybe put a short out or something.
All right.
Yeah.
That's our own side of the movie topic. Hooray.
Yes. I mean, like MarioMaster, fun fact for anyone, actually is actor, right? Or
I was a stage actor for a while, yes.
Yes. And I mean, that's a huge difference. Like, a lot of stage actors have more talent than movie actors. I can say that with so much confidence. My best example for you is I bet you Tom Cruise has never even stepped on a stage. Other than to accept awards and be a Scientologist fuck. We're not getting into religion. But Scientology's not a religion, so we can get into it whenever we want. We should have a cult topic.
Oh god, that's gonna raise so much hate.
I know. Cult! It's called religion. Okay, let's stop before we get killed.
Yeah.
Anyway. The evolution of movies.
Ah, yes. Well, the biggest one that everyone notices is either color or there's a lot more explosions and shit in
Michael
newer
Bay.
movies.
Michael Bay.
But color is a pretty fucking big innovation.
Michael Bay.
For color?
I think I've got a crappy director stuck in my throat. Michael Bay.
Are we clear now?
No, not until the end.
Okay. I'm pretty sure he'll cough out a lung by then. Anyway. So color's a pretty big innovation. There wasn't even dialogue in the first movies. There was silent films.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, actually. I actually watched an interesting thing about basically when film started and everything, where they used light and something about refracting it, and I really had no idea because they were trying to appeal it to kids, and they don't understand that kids don't understand science terms. So
what is a dodecahedron? Says the kid.
And no, but basically it was really interesting because it was actually a really funny line in it where it says, "Why don't you talk to him?" It's like, it's a silent film. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't emote. It's like, kind of does, little bit.
But silent films, when there was dialogue first introduced into movies, right?
Yeah.
It changed the way everything worked. Because during a silent film, a director could yell directions at an actor during filming. Because silent film, they're going to cut all that shit out anyway. And so he could be like, "You are in love. It never existed. You have burning passion."
No, but the thing is, the audio never existed. It wasn't that they cut it out. It never existed.
Ah.
There was no audio in the recording. That's basically what a silent film was. There was no audio. But
Basically,
funny enough, though, if you think about it, a lot of the silent film actors basically lost their job when they could record audio.
because they didn't have good voices like we do. Oh, we have excellent voices.
Oh, us. I love us.
Anyway, what I was getting at was that because the audio didn't exist, directors could bellow stage directions at their actors during filming because they didn't care.
While you're talking, I could go, MarioMaster, emote more!
Yes. And then
Emote
I could throw
more!
my hands, and I could throw my hands in vengeance. But when there was dialogue, they couldn't do that because there was dialogue. Now people had to talk, and so
then
it
the
took a
silent
while.
voice actors had voices like this, and no one liked them.
And it took a while, and they had to learn to convey and everything like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you there?
Yes, thank you.
I'm so sorry. I'm a silent voice actor. Okay, I'm done.
That's silent films with dialogue. It just took a while for them to adapt to it.
Yes. And then we have 3D when 3D movies came in. But the first time 3D movies came in, oh boy. Oh boy. 3D originally, when it first came out, was not 3D. It was layered visuals, almost. Like, basically, they took crappy CG, and one of the most infamous of this older version of 3D was Jaws 3D. And I don't mean infamous, I actually mean famous. One of the biggest piece of crap 3D movies was Jaws 3D.
Because there was
I have
just
a call.
some dude's arm floating at the camera for some reason going, look, it's 3D, it's 3D! And that's how that rolled, right? They was shoveled in 3D, much like, I guess, what we have now, I assume. We have weird 3D these days, don't we? Nah, cool. Yeah, we have shoveled in 3D. Well, it's not really shoveled in, it's just like crappily put together. With like cars flying at the camera and everything. It was stuff like that. But like horribly layered in the old days.
So sorry for answering the phone again, but alright, I actually have interesting news. Back then, there was no rating system.
Really?
Really?
So Some Like It Hot didn't have a rating?
No, it was approved. That was its rating.
Really?
Yes. It was approved by the MPAA. Or at least I think that's what she said. So instead of being PGG, PG-13, NC-17, XX, XXX, they had approved or not approved. Basically, back then, you could not have a movie with a lot of cursing or nudity. Literally, anyone could go to any of these movies, so you could not have, to those extremes.
So they would all be general audiences ratings now.
No.
Or
they wouldn't.
The equivalent
PG.
of general ratings now.
No, the equivalent of PG or PG-13,
Okay.
as I said.
So general was just.
But they still basically they had the people, the ushers outside, basically look at you and say, "Are you allowed to go in or not?" Kind of thing. Like, is this person too young? Is this person too old? And generally, like, the younger kids would not be able to go into the more risque or more powerfully cursing and partial nudity films that exist now as PG or PG-13. Good example of that. Hold on. Is Some Like It Hot. 'Cause Some Like It Hot, when you had the cross-dressers, they wore full, like, get-ups. There was never that much reveal, even on Marilyn Monroe, which I bet a lot of us would have loved to see some reveal on Marilyn Monroe, but that's another story.
Well.
It's fucking Marilyn Monroe, dude. Come on.
Yeah. So it was more human-oriented rather than, this is a sticker on the movie that says you can't get in here.
Yeah. And 3D, as you said, yes, it's evolved a lot, because, like, nowadays, we used to have those red and blue little shades, but now we've got these, like, black shades that we just put over our eyes, and the movies, like, really look like they're popping out. They look a lot more three-dimensional on a two-dimensional plane.
Yes.
As said, because, interesting fun fact, humans, though they are in a 3D world, only perceive in 2 dimensions. Like, they see 3D, but they're only seeing it in 2 dimensions, because you can't physically see 3D. Like,
you can't see a z-axis, I assume.
kind of like how you can draw a 3D cube on a piece of paper, and that would be a 3D looking thing, but it's not. We see, like, we can see one thing in front of another, but it's just still one flat frame, like, it's still one flat thing. You can pan your eyes, but you're still not going to see a different image. Even when you cross your eyes and see two different things, that's just two different flat images. So 3D is sending 3D images on a 2D plane, but for people who can only perceive 2D, basically, it's almost like filling our eyes more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Michael Bay screwed it up by having robots flying out at us where we couldn't tell if the robot was winning or losing. Think about it. You got them flying out like... Now let's move on to one other thing. 4D bullshit.
Ah, yes. So, what type of 4D is this? We should clarify.
The one that was in the movie. The one that was in a movie theater. Like, big movie theater. Spy Kids.
Yes, that's Spy Kids 4D.
Oh my god, that was the most terrible idea. Like, smell a scope? If you're gonna have a 4D movie, you need to do it like they do it like amusement parks or things like that. But with the way that they did it, they freaking took these cards that they gave you. That it's like a scratch and sniff card. You're walking into a movie with a scratch and sniff card. They've actually had that in a movie before, if I'm correct. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I'm pretty damn sure.
I think they had that in a movie once.
Yeah, before 3D. It was like a 2D, and they're like, hey, scratch this. Oh, hey, that's one. But it wasn't like telling you when to smell it. It kind of was like people were smart enough back then to go, okay, this is chocolate, so I scratch chocolate. Instead of going, oh god, the baby pooped in the diaper. What do I scratch? I scratch roses.
Wow,
Wow,
there's
poop
big
smells
flashing
yummy.
thing that's like scratch diaper smell now.
Scratch shit. Scratch the shit. Do it now.
But 4D in amusement parks is pretty cool.
Yes, MarioMaster and myself actually have a common 4D movie we've seen in the amusement park.
We've seen. I saw it actually not in an amusement park. I saw it at an aquarium thing. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
but
same here.
It's Polar Bear. Polar Bear. Wow, Polar Express. Polar Bear is amazing, though. We should make a Polar Bear.
Coke.
Yes.
Smoke.
Giant. What?
Smoke.
Okay.
Smoke.
But like, you sit in a chair.
Smoke.
I'm gonna. You sit in a chair, and it's not the whole movie. It's like clips from the movie where they can
smoke.
It. Stop doing that. Where they
Subliminal
can
messages.
And, like, there's a scene where there's, like, a giant roller coaster, right? And the train's going off control, and it's not on the tracks anymore. And so it dips, and then, like, the chair rumbles.
Yeah. Don't forget.
It's like...
Don't forget, wasn't there that little thing at our ankles that, like, whipped us at one point?
Yeah, that's when Santa's sleigh took off, and he, like, whipped the reindeer, and then something hit us in the foot.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
We're not
We're not reindeer.
So that's 4D. It's just like it puts the audience as if they were experiencing the movie in the movie.
When they had the hot chocolate smell happening, it made me really frickin' hungry.
Yeah.
I was actually telling my friend I'm going to eat the dispenser of chocolate smell in a second if it doesn't stop. I actually covered my nose. That's how, like, hungry it made me. And then the bubbles came out and I tried to eat one.
Because you were so hungry, you just kind of ate.
That and the fake snow. It was funny though, because someone in the theater while that was happening actually yelled, "Don't eat the yellow snow!" And I was like,
"Wow,
god damn it!" It was funny though. Anyways, now because of time constraints, let's get to the one that I've been coughing up about all this whole time. Directors.
Say it's your thing.
Directors. Michael Bay sucks. Done. Okay, let's talk about more stuff about directors now. There have been some directors out there that actually, using the loophole kind of film gimmicks and such, have released movies like, I forget which Batman movie it was made by that one guy who I can't remember his name for the love of me, frickin' God of me, but he makes kind of darker films, but they're comical. What's his face? But I loved it. It was the one with Penguin and Riddler, and that was an amazing movie. I freaking loved that movie, but I hated Batman and Robin, where it was Mr. Freeze and Ivy, and that was just the stupidest fucking movie. Anyways, but yeah, I really liked the whole Riddler and Penguin thing. But the thing is, they marketed it weird, and they had it kind of seem like this Riddler. They tried to make the Riddler another Joker, basically.
Oh.
Yeah. But the directing was amazing, just like whoever directed Scott Pilgrim. But Michael Bay is a hack of a director as is. Every single person most of the people on the internet will look at Michael Bay's work and say, what is he going to do without CG? What does he do without CG? Like, I know he's famous for, I forget which movies, which I'll look up right now.
Teenage Mutant Alien.
No!
That's what he's famous for now, don't lie.
He's famous for people hating the fact that he's thinking of doing that. People are gonna freaking kill him. Armageddon and Pearl Harbor.
Oh.
That's what he's known for. Armageddon and Pearl Harbor, those are the two. But then they gave him Transformers, which I truthfully believe was way too far. Like, Pearl Harbor, that needs CG because it's Pearl Harbor. But the amount of CG used in Transformers just... Like, what happened to our old classical Transformers that they changed just to go with the times? I kind of like our old ones better.
You mean like the old cartoons that they showed, or what?
Yeah, I like like they could have made that into newer versions without making him have flames on him. That I just felt like that was very random for one. Like, I have flames on the side of my truck because I'm not Optimus. I'm not even a fire truck anymore. Wait, he wasn't a fire truck, was he? Yeah, wait. Shit, now I'm forgetting. Wasn't Optimus? Didn't Optimus used to be a fire truck?
Maybe.
You're not even gonna agree with me just to fuck me now, aren't you?
Indeed.
Okay. And then there's the fact that Bouncy Boobs McBoob Pants, what's her face, who was in the first two movies, got fired from the third movie that's coming out. You don't have much appeal when your starring actor is Shia LaBeouf, and Shia LaBeouf only has like a set of emotions that are very bland and kind of get boring after 2.5 movies.
Yeah. Star actors are kind of the important people. No one remembers the director of the thing.
Of which
like
thing?
What?
Of which thing?
Of anything. No one remembers a movie's director except people who would, like, insanely enjoy his work and bother to look them up. Yeah. Because no one stays to the credits and sees that.
By the way, the third movie, it got a 6.4 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad, considering.
So as I was saying, the only thing that people remember is like a star actor of a movie, because that's the name they show in a giant and bold font most of the time, at least in the early movies.
Yeah, and another example of a good early movie, Pink Panther. That was a good early movie, and I kind of liked what they used to do in the old movies, where they had all the credits at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because then they at least...
Oh, sorry.
Then they at least have you in your seats, and you don't get as disappointed at the credits, because when the credits come on, you're kind of like, oh, fuck, it's the goddamn credits. But when you've got the credits at the beginning and you have a tiny little bit amount at the end or something like that, you've got people on the edge of their seats ready to watch, and then at the end they're like, oh crap, man, I gotta go home and tell my friends, instead of going, oh crap, now I have to wait for some of the people who stand and go slowly just so they can watch the credits, and I have to wait for... It's just...
A lot of old movies had the credits at the beginning.
Yeah. And that...
They stopped doing that after, like, the 60s. But, like, it was a way to get every name that was important... Well, not every name, but most of the names that were important to the film out there while people were still paying attention, and you got a little bit of action from the actual movie while those were happening.
Yep. Sometimes, like, they had little clips, but then there's the people who just aren't gonna sit through the damn credits just to see one measly clip, and that's the whole another point. You could have, like, a very small amount of credits, have one last clip, end the movie. Not have the credits at the end, really long credits, at the very end of these extremely long amount of credits, oh look, an extra scene. Half the people wouldn't have seen it because they would have already walked out, because no one likes credits.
Which is what new movies do. At some point, there's, like, especially the superhero movies as of late. Superhero movies, there's the movie, credits, and then at some point during the credits, there's one last thing that hints at a sequel or a universe meetup.
Yep.
That's how superhero movies go.
Yep, except for superhero movie.
Except for that. Hopefully.
That's another point, which we gotta get in the next little sec, so talk quick. Because I really want to get this in. Anyways, superhero movies are a load of crap. The reason why I say they're a load of crap, I mean, not superhero movies, I'm sorry, the movies like disaster movie, superhero movie,
parody movies.
The parody movies parody movies that aren't written by the same guy who wrote Spaceballs, and because of the fact I'm talking so fast, I forgot who it was. Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks made good parodies. The other parodies that were made were not good. The reason why Mel Brooks made good parodies is he didn't try to shove it down our throats with pop culture. The others tried to put as much freaking pop culture as they could the entire time. Just say, hey, look, we're cool. Look at us. LOL. I love LOL.
Yes.
Go, MarioMaster. We still have a little bit of time. Go.
Oh, boy. Parody movies. And it's not even good pop culture. It's pop culture, but they fuck it up.
Yeah.
Like Alvin and the Chipmunks with rabies. I'm going to go on and say what I did last couple weeks. It's, like, horrible. Why would you even imagine that?
Yeah.
They, like, screw it up and then give it some kind of horrible, horrible twist. You should throw it in there and try and make it have a little tiny bit of reference to the story.
I feel like they go on 4chan before they make those movies to try to write their script. Especially from that one scene where, you know, with the head-on parody, head-on apply directly to the forehead.
Yes.
Head-on apply directly to the forehead.
Who else did that?
I'm broken.
Who else did that, do you think?
Who else did that? Well, the Meet the Spartans, the Epic movie, all of the ones made by the same goddamn person, if I'm correct. Hold on.
All of them had head-on gag?
Epic movie was Cal Penn. Disaster movie, Carmen Electra. Oh, that's not answering the goddamn director. All right. So let's see. Director of disaster movie, Jason Freinberg and Aaron Seltzer. Epic movie, directed by Jason Freinberg and Aaron Seltzer. Okay. Meet
I assume
the
that it's just all Aaron
Spartans.
Seltzer. He's the one we should blame for all this.
Jason Friedberg and Aaron Seltzer are the ones we should blame for these bullshit movies. Superhero... No, not superhero. Superhero movie was made by... Nope, Craig Mazin.
Oh, okay.
So
this is a different guy.
Craig
but what I was getting at was
Craig Mazin was trying to copy it, and he only got a 4.3. And
which is
Epic
somehow
movie got a
worse than all
2.2.
these other movies.
Actually, no. Epic movie got a 2.2. Meet the Spartans got a 2.6. Disaster movie got a 1.8. Holy shit! It got a 1.8. That's terrible.
Well, you could say it is a disaster.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, and this movie I actually liked. The same director. Wow, he's part of the other 4 directors who did this. Scary Movie.
Oh.
I liked Scary Movie. Let's see Scary Movie 2.
A lot of people like Scary Movie.
Yeah, Scary Movie got 6.1. Scary Movie 2 was also... Let me see if Scary Movie 2 was directed by him, though. That's what I'm curious. Scary Movie 2 was not 11 writers. But no, Scary Movie 2 did not have him as a director. Scary Movie 3, which I think Scary Movie 3 I liked, I'm not 100% sure. Scary Movie 3, which had Charlie Sheen. Woo. Yeah, different one this whole time. Scary Movie 1, which was not that good of a movie, was directed for like 6 other directors by the same guy who made Epic Movie and all these others. My guess is he made Scary Movie first. People are like, hey man, that was pretty good with Scary Movie. Maybe you should direct these. He's like, oh cool, I'll just probably grab one of my co-directors, is my guess. And we'll make this a movie epic. Oh, hey, let's call it Epic Movie. And like, no.
Mm-hmm.
No. No. But then, okay, I have to mention this because of the fact that this man was one of my, idols. Like, he is amazing. Leslie Nielsen. He was in Naked Gun. He was Naked Gun 2.5. Naked Gun 33 1/3. Forbidden Planet. What was the other one I liked? Airplane. Airplane was an amazing parody movie. That was another one. Leslie Nielsen except for a few movies, has always been in these great movies. You know who Leslie Nielsen is, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, you better find out. I fucking love this guy. He was hilarious. He's a man who I would sit down with and have dinner with. I would have sex with Leslie Nielsen. He's not that attractive, but I would have sex with the man. I'm not gay, but I would have sex with the man.
Just to clarify that.
Yes. Applied directly to the forehead. And that's all the time we have.
Oh, well, goodbye. Apply directly to the forehead.
We'll be back after What the Fuck Are You On? Hope you guys enjoy it.
Indeed.
It's very deadly today. You'll understand it when you watch it. Bye, guys.
Hello and welcome to What the Fuck Are You On? I'm your host, R, and I'll be your guide tonight through this weird, messed up world we live in. It's probably well known by now, I'm a Sonic fan, even more so than Hyper. But there is a few Sega games I'm glad didn't come overseas. Well, for MarioMaster, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. But for the rest of us, at late night, it's just disturbing. Sega has come up with an electronic version of a pissing contest. The picture you see before you is an ad for Sega's new toilet. It's a urinal with a video game. So, you guys there can play as you is. A sensor at the base will detect pressure and volume, which acts as the controls. A screen at eye level will show your progress, and you can expect several short but sweet games in style of Rhythm, Takenoko, or WarioWare. It all comes at a price though. You need to sum up about 140,000 yen, around $1,750. For the device itself, it's 10,000 yen, $125. A price for games, the porcelain, is unfortunately not included. With some games, and sorry if I mispronounced this, are titled Mech and Piss, which simply measures how hard the player can urinate, Graffiti Eraser, in which the player requires to remove a picture by pointing a hose at the offending image. The Northern Wind, the Sun, and Me is designed to stimulate a player's interest in the opposite sex. The aim is to blow a girl's skirt up to reveal her underwear, which the harder the player urinates, the harder the wind blows. This once again places our friendly country overseas as still probably the most perverted in the world. I mean, though, I thought us Americans were bad, but this is ridiculous. I personally like how to get a high score, it makes me feel good and gives me a morale boost. But with this game, I'd be ashamed to even know someone who used it. Alright, let's put this story in a hole while we dig up our next one. Wow, I didn't even mean that literally. But apparently our new friend Jimmy Ray Goodall decided to give me some help writing this next story. Jimmy is a registered sex offender, but that's not why he's on this show. No, the foolish sex offender here was grave robbing and giving people gifts for the graves. Hello? For someone like him. I mean, really though, a good 6 feet or so, I imagine a few ways this could go bad. And none of them involve what you think it would be. All of them have to do with angry necromancers. Okay, maybe that would not happen at all. But it seems more intelligent than Jimmy. I mean, he really could have at least shown some respect to the dead and given them some fake jewelry in return. Man, and to think, I thought people knew how to treat corpses these days. Now here's an interesting point, though. Even though he did all these things, he was only at $40,000 bail. I truthfully think this guy is getting awful lazy. I say we take him, dress him up inexpensive thing, bury him, and then steal him from him. It's not a crazy, it's called punishment. Apparently this episode seems to be focusing on the dead. And not only that, but this next one is another one of those inspired by movies moments. Two men you see next to me decided to recreate a scene from the 1989 movie Weekend at Burney's. For those who don't know what that is, well, the two took the corpse of their dead friend out for a night on the town. One last undead hurrah, I suppose. They took the friend's debit card and bought themselves a Mr. Corpse out of strip club, where I guess they wanted to give him the bachelor party they never had, making their group of one stiff and two guys to three stiffs and some strippers. The way all this started was the two friends, Robert Young, 43, and Mark Robinson, 25, found their friend dead in his Denver home, but instead of doing the sensible thing and calling 911, Dumb and Dumber here decided to take the dead man to the local Vita Burrito for a later life meal. I work at a fast food joint, so I can appreciate food that is foreign to my palate, and sometimes to any known science, so I guess I can understand wanting a burrito, though I'm not sure if their friend will be able to chew it very well. Luckily, the cops caught up to the two men, and they were taken downtown. Both of these two men were short of insanity plea, where they go to a psychiatric ward for evaluation. Along with this, they had to write apology letters to the dead man's family. Sorry we dragged your relative's dead body around and emptied out his bank account, but I bet if he was here right now, he would have loved how much fun it was. Yeah. Moving on. Jason Gray walked into a tattoo parlor. The tattoo artist told him to sit down and read some books, but Jason didn't want to read. No, he picked up a sword, a guitar, one hand to go medieval on you, the other to go El Kabong on you. He later struck the artist in his shoulder with the sword and hit him over the head with the guitar. Wow, he really did want to imitate El Kabong. He then said he would kill both the tattoo artist and the customer he was with at the time. Then Gay went for the customer. The customer then jumped off a table and defended himself. As the fight continued, the customer picked up a glass tabletop and hit Gay over the head, cutting him badly. Gay then ran from the store and was later located by Orlando police. Yeah, all this takes place in Florida. He was taken to a hospital and told police that the tattoo artist and the customer were playing word games with him. When asked to clarify, Gay said they were sex games and claimed that the pair called him a chain gang punk. What type of sex games are you playing? Not that I play them. Okay, that's it for this week. Till next time, I'm Mar, and to catch more of my stuff, check out my channel. Back to you, Bill and Ted.
Wild Stallions! Oh wow, your audio didn't pick up at all, but we'll go with it!
Yay!
Fuck you, Skype, fuck you. Anyways, thank you all once again for watching Late Night.
Oh, thank you. I've been the MarioMaster.
Well, there's still more to talk about. I was just thanking
Oh,
you.
yeah, great. Wonderful. So, we were going to talk about Hyper's thing, weren't we? Hyper's.
Yes. Freeware face-off.
Yeah, so how come you get the dramatic voice?
Because, do you really want to try to do it?
Nah.
Exactly.
Anyway. So his thing is that there's going to be like a tournament around Black
Big
Light-
tournament.
Yep.
Yeah. On the game Blacklight Retribution.
I can't say that game without getting tongue-tied.
Yeah, it's fine. Basically, we still need contestants because we haven't gotten any. And
So-
there's some big prizes, up to $60, $60 or more worth of prizes on Steam. No, MarioMaster, you can't have any of the money if no one participates. Him and his hats. Basically, what it is a big tournament where we have face-off in a free game. This season's game is Blacklight Retribution. The way how it will work is Hyper will have a highlight reel of the episode on the main episode, and then the entire footage will be uploaded probably up to 3 parts. But only the first part will be public. The other 2 will be unlisted, or probably not. That kind of wouldn't work. Anyways, let's continue on. The point. The way you can become a participant is MarioMaster.
You can leave a comment on, I think, this video or Hyper's video, right?
Yep.
You can send a PM to Hyper.
Or us.
Or you can email us at the LateNight address, which I guess we'll put in the description.
Yep, forever on, we'll have that in the description for anyone who would like to send us an email about anything about what the fuck are you on, article ideas or topic ideas, or if you'd want us to revisit something, or if you'd want to interview us. If you'd want to interview us, you can interview us. We'd love to be interviewed. Or if you'd like to give us money. We like money.
We definitely like money.
Yes. Basically how you do this is you just give us your Steam name if you'd like to be part of the competition. Then immediately you'll be added to the competition roster on Steam, which is called Freeware Face-Off Contestants. Then there will be announcements of who is contesting when. If you do not respond in time saying, all right, you're good for that date, you will not be able to compete, and you will be immediately disqualified. The way that the prizes will go is probably finals and semifinals. Unless we get a lot of people, then it'll probably take even longer. Basically get prizes for winning. Basically, it's going to be 6-on-6 competitions with Hypersonic being a spectator and maybe another color commentator. We're not 100% sure yet. And the top 3 on the winning team advance to the next round until we get to a little bit farther up the line. Then only the top 1 on the winning team. So yes, you have to work together, but you're still competing against each other to make it a little bit more challenging. Anything else you want to say on that factor, MarioMaster, about Freeware Face-Off?
You said that games will change every season?
Yes.
Do you have ideas for other games so people can prepare and maybe
TF2,
become better?
TF2, Microvolts. Basically, any free game that has multiplayer will use it. We might even have an alien swarm. We might even have an alien swarm one where we'll have a group of 4 people as a team. That'll be like a team one, and basically they will have. I don't know if there's a spectate mode, but we'll figure it out. It'll be like, basically as long as the game has spectate mode, then there's a possibility of it happening. Also, depending on how much support we get for this, we can also host Freeware Face-Off servers, which will be open to the public when the games are not happening. So that's something to look forward if we get enough contestants. Anyways, since we are way overdue time-wise, we need to finish this up. Alright, MarioMaster? Alright. Well, this has been Late Night. I have been Huntzerz.
And I've been MarioMaster.
TheMarioMaster.
Either one.
Yes. Till next time, guys.
Apply directly to the forehead.
Apply directly to the forehead.